Hi everyone, Bernard here with the latest Citizen vlog, and it's a bit of a mixture, a little bit of a quiz, but obviously also a look back at. So anyway, please, if you're new to the channel, please push the old subscribe button. That'd be great. Push the bell notification so you know when these little vlogs are coming out, and please thumbs up. It's always nice to get lots of views, but it's always nice to get thumbs up as well. Please, if you can do that, fantastic. Right, well, it's this magazine we're looking at today. Obviously, looking at a great magazine, great image, isn't it? Don't know, is that Mark and Lard? I don't know. I just it could be Mark and Lard there. I don't know. Obviously, we are fans. We're not really here. We are not really here. Yeah, that's sort of humour, isn't it, of Mark and Lard? But hey, there you go. Right, let's have a look through this. I mean, first one is who is this guy? Do you know who this guy is? Not the one in the background, not the bouncer, not the fans in the back. Who's that? Who's that? Who was that in Manchester City's history? You remember that? It's question one. I mean, there's about 15 questions as we're looking through the magazine to go through. And the second one, some great images here. Again, we've got the gentleman we've just seen before, but obviously some great images of the last day of Maine Road there. Look at the old Kipaks, obviously. Celebrities, etc. And who's that guy at the bottom there locking? Remember the old steel gates we had on the front entrance there? That's my second question. Who's that guy locking up there? Do you know that? There's those two guys appeared at the bottom again. Oh, they keep getting on this, you know. The next one's a celebrity. Obviously, you'll get all these celebrities coming out for this. So what I want you to know is his real name and his name in the TV show he stars in. So 2 points up for grabs, one for each. His real name and the TV series he stars in. I've never seen him there. I mean, I'm sure he does go, and I'm sure he's around, but I may have seen him once many years back, but I can't sort of remember. Not the guy in the background again, not the smart gentleman with the tie, the one at the front. What's his real name and what's his TV name? That's question 3. And they did like interviews of him there in that thing. This is a good one. It's just an advertisement in the magazine. I'll probably get done for copyright and stuff, but and it's what's missing? What's missing from this image? Official partner of Manchester City, but I've covered up something there, as you can see. There's my technological marvels that have been introduced over the last few weeks. You know, no messing about with me. You know, no computer animation, straight down to basics. Cut out a bit of paper and cover it up. So what's missing from that ad? If I say it's not all serious stuff on this little quiz. And added to that, we have a little gentleman who would certainly feature at or hopefully when we did this magazine, feature at the Etihad. Do you know who this guy is? And I can tell you now, I wouldn't have had any idea. I'm not sure how useless my knowledge of European football is. You know, certainly before the last few years anyway, but even then I don't take a great deal of interest apart from the teams we play. So who was that? That was question 5. Question 6 is a black and white image here. Probably Kevin Cummins? I'm not sure who took the picture, but obviously it's a chat of 2 former players. But can you name both players? So who's the one celebrating and who's the one sort of looking in or at him? If you know the game, I think that'll be a certain cup final replay from what I think. I might be wrong. Who's the 2 players? It's question 6. Question 7, yeah, again, some sort of some good images of a charity game that was played between players and celebrities. Some great images there between players and celebrities. But I'm after a couple of people now. Again, That gentleman there, what's his real name? This one here with this young man. What's his real name, and what name is his screen character on the TV? Was on the TV, obviously. A long time ago, he was on there. And also over there, who's this bloke? Who's that? Do you know who this is? So who's the celebrity? What's his real name? What was his screen? What was his TV name? And who's that guy there? Bit older, but it does not really change much. You should know that, shouldn't you? That was questions 7 and 8. Name the celebrity. Name the other guy. Yeah, I mean, the last game that, if you can remember, was a disappointing game, wasn't it? We lost to Southampton, unfortunately, and failed miserably against Southampton. A bit of a damp squib, wasn't it, that the Southampton game? But how many were at it? What was the attendance at the last game at Maine Road? So I think what the capacity may have been. I'll give you an option. I'll give you 4 options, so choose a multiple choice. It was either 32,957, 33,957, 34,957, or 35,957. So how many were there on that day? Those 4 options. So last game at Maine Road, they obviously packed as many in as they could. And also adding to that, in the league that season, what season did City finish? So I'll give you half a point if you're a place out. But in the final stats of the season, where was City? Where did we end up in the Premier League? What position did we finish in the 2002-2003 season? Obviously, the last year of Maine Road. So where did we finish? I don't want how many points we got. I'll tell you that anyway, but I don't want that at the moment. And the next one, obviously that kit we've just seen, that sort of maroony sort of kit. But can you name this City player? Was in City colours here. Who's that? Again, I would have not had an idea on that one. I'm useless. Sorry, my apologies. Who's he? What's his name? That's question 11. Question 12. We left Maine Road. Obviously, we left Maine Road after the 2002-2003 season. But what season was the first season we played at Maine Road? So we left Hydro, but what was the first season at Maine Road? Now, if you watched any of my history vlogs, you'll have this one if you've watched one recently. But what year did we move to Maine Road? So what season was it for? So obviously we left 2002-2003. So what was our first season at Maine Road? And you should know that if you know how many years we were there, allowing for the crossover of years, obviously. So what season did we first play at Maine Road? Right, we beat United in the last ever derby, didn't we? We always go on about the go-to goal, don't we? The Sean go-to goal, obviously. But we scored, obviously, another goal, didn't we? Who scored, obviously, another 2 goals? Obviously, got another. He got a brace, didn't he? Who scored the odd one? Who scored the odd goal out of 3? Who got that one? It's 1 point. So we remember goals to getting that one. He scored another. Who scored the third? It was 3 goals, wasn't it, against United? He won 3-1. So who was the other scorer? It's question 13. That season, we had a couple of goalkeepers. That last season at Maine Road, who were the 2 goalkeepers? I mean, one played obviously not many games. I think he played about 10 games. The other one obviously played the vast majority. But which 2 goalkeepers did we have? We had 2 points up for grabs. Give me both the goalkeepers. And the last question taken from the magazine. Who's this? I think you shouldn't have any real problem with this, should you? Who's that? My lad saw him score on his first visit to the Swamp, first visit to Old Trafford. He saw him score for City. Who was it? Who is it? Or who was it? But who is it? Well, he's still around. We're still here, thankfully. So a point for that if you get that. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. We'll have another look. Anything exciting here while we're looking through that you might be interested in. Of course, when we started off, question 1, the who is it? Obviously, we were talking about boardroom stability, weren't we? And main concern, John Wardle has accepted the role as chairman. So yes, we got Mr. John Wardle there. So obviously, he did quite a lot for City. Right, question 2. We'll get to question 2. Just some great images from the magazine from the last day at Maine Road. Obviously, that just want to show you there that are in the magazine. Some of you will be lucky enough to have this magazine. Some of you won't. Some great images. A big selection of images. Not sure who took all these images, so I can't credit them. Obviously, it'll be a mix of paper images, won't it? And obviously City photographer images. Not sure if you can still get this magazine actually on the internet. If you have a look around, you might still be able. It's a great memento though to have some great images. And then it takes us to the one we've shown you before with the, and then obviously the guy locking the gates. Remember the old steel gates? Well, of course, that was now sadly no longer with us, Bernard Halford. Superb. So he's quite fitting that he was there putting the lock on. So, you know, like a bike lock, wasn't it? No, it's quite funny there. The little bike lock on the steel gates, you know, so nobody runs off with it. So again, some more images from Kevin Keegan's reign there as well. A bit frustrated there, wasn't he? Head in hand. Yep. So we go on to the celebrity, don't we? Of course, it's Jeff Healey, who plays Kane Dingle in obviously Emmerdale. So Jeff Healey, who plays Kane Dingle. Celebrity. Mr. Schmeichel there. Obviously, this may be involved in a question later. Great image of Sean Goulter with the Jester's hat on with the Kippax in the background. The new Kippax, obviously, there. And, of course, the official partner, wasn't it? The official partner of City was, of course, Budweiser. So we never promote on this channel, but there you go. Obviously, that's just part of the thing, isn't it? And, of course, it was Mr. Patrick Kluivert was the answer to question 5. Name the player. Patrick Kluivert. He got that. I wouldn't have got that. And I think he obviously would welcome Barcelona, didn't for the friendly game to the Etihad. So obviously he could have been in that. Picture Dick off there. Again, brother kit. So not the last season, was it? That wasn't the last season of Maine Road. And the 2 players, of course. You've got the 2 players. And the 2 players involved, obviously, Kevin Reeves and Paul Power. Obviously, Kevin Reeves, the one jumping up in the air, Paul Power looking on. And I'm fairly sure it was the game against Newcastle, Tottenham at Wembley. I'm not going back to 1976. It's not as old as that. Oh, no, it's only 1981. It wasn't much later, was it? And some more celebrities. I mean, we've got Curly Watts, haven't we? If you know his name, Kevin Kennedy. Curly Watts, obviously, had a bit of a problem, didn't he, with his drink, etc. But hopefully he's got through that all right. And of course, ex-City manager Kevin Bond still looks the same, doesn't he? And that's James H. Reeve, isn't it? I think. I might be wrong. I think it is. Just looks a bit thinner there than I remember him as. But I mean, this is a long time ago as well. I've not seen any images of him recently. That was Kevin Bond. And the attendance at the last game. Obviously, we did average probably. I mean, we did get like up to the 34,000, didn't we? So. But the most we squeezed in for that last game, which was the biggest crowd of the season, was the 34,957. Yeah, so that was right to the seam. That was the seam splitting at the side, wasn't it? So that was that. And obviously, where did we finish in the league? Well, I've got the league table here. You can see City about halfway. So we finished 9th in the league that year. And obviously, our wonderful neighbours won it, didn't they? United. But City finished 9th that season. last season at Maine Road, which was okay, wasn't it? 51 points. So that wasn't too bad, was it? Could have been a lot worse. Also, nice little, I don't know that one then, Matthias Fioso. I don't know, he's obviously paid the magazine. I don't remember that guy scoring for the reserve. So I didn't do him as who is he, because I think that might have been a bit hard. Although some of you are probably saying, yeah, I would have known that. But obviously we do have this guy. Obviously, Mikhail Bischoff. Remember Bishop, but that kit, do you like the kit? Not overly impressed myself, to be honest with you. Not my favourite of the City kits. Obviously, it's a flashback to the 50s, you know, what they wore at Wembley in the 50s, but not really one of my favourites. Doesn't really work for me anyway. I don't know about you. And of course, we all say about Goater's goal against United in the last ever derby, but of course it was the other goal scorer apart from Goater's brace was Anelka. So that was sorry, I've jumped one on. That was question 13. Was Anelka was the other player. And obviously, what season did City first play at Maine Road? Well, of course, this is question 12. Was 1923-24 was the very first season. So, if you said that, give yourself a point in this little magazine quiz. There's a little thing there on perfect Father's Day gift. 14.99 video, 19.99 DVD. Yeah, so. Yeah, 2000. I mean, DVDs had sort of begun to take over by then, if you know my little vlogs on movies, etc. But I had a video shop at this time when this game took place. It was quite busy, my little video show, and obviously it only lasted about another 5 or 6 years after this. But yeah, it was a busy time and a good income still in video shops in the early 2000s, especially with the DVDs coming along. But then again, obviously DVDs did help knock the nail in the coffee for little independent video stores, etc. eventually. So yeah, so that was as I said, question 12 was 1923-24 when we moved from Hyde Road to Maine Road. Question 13 was Anelka was the other scorer in the game against United. Question 14, obviously the goalkeepers, you've already saw one, didn't you, before, was Peter Schmeichel. I said Kasper Schmeichel there. Peter Schmeichel, but obviously the one was Carlo Nash. Obviously, I think he played about 10 games, I think, for City. I think got some stats here of the players in the last season. Appearances. Carlo Nash, yeah, 10 appearances. Made 14 total by that time, and obviously Schmeichel had made 31 appearances that season in the league and cup. So Schmeichel and Nash were the two goalkeepers for 2 points. And of course, the last picture, obviously, we've got the wonderful Curly Whirly, haven't we? Keith Curl, who, as I said, my son, was his first Old Trafford derby when we drew 1-1 at United at Old Trafford. So in 1993, I think, from memory, my memory's not very good. I've been doing these history things, but I'm fairly sure it was 1993. So yeah, and we were in the Stretford End paddock with about 200-300 other City fans. So it's quite funny. Obviously, the last year of the Stretford End, I think, as well. I'm right in saying that. So it's the last year of that one we were looking at. Obviously, last year the Maine Road, but obviously Curly scored that penalty the last year of the Stretford End. But a great magazine. A little bit weak on content, this one. Not one of the better. Obviously, it turned to the Manc, didn't it? It was called the Manchester City magazine then, 2003. But I mean, the images like that, I sadly missed, as I say, even when it turned to the Manc, M-A-N-C, I did enjoy the magazine, and we've covered it in another quiz, didn't we? I think I had a look at the Manc. So I might do that, have a quick look at these magazines and throw in some questions as well. Anyway, how well did you do? Out of 19 points up for grabs, I thought, in that one. So I got 11 out of 19. So I'll be honest, I do struggle on like the players. Mikhail Bischoff, I had no idea. Patrick Kluivert, I had no idea. Obviously, I was okay on the celebrities, although I didn't know Jeff Healy's real name. I knew him as Kane Dingle. I couldn't think what his real name was. Kevin Kennedy, yeah, I knew that. So, and things like Bernard Halford, etc., etc. The goal scorer, Elka, I've got a clue, no clue. Obviously, I knew Schmeichel had played that season. I totally forgot about Nash, obviously. And obviously, the City manager, I did say John Bond, didn't I? I've actually wrote on my sheet of paper Kevin Bond here, but obviously that was his son, another City player, obviously. But please, if I didn't say John Bond, of course it is John Bond, not Kevin Bond. And say I wrote Kevin Bond on my little crib sheet here. So if I said that earlier on, forget it. I didn't really say it. I said John Bond. Believe me, John Bond, John Bond, John Bond. Anyway, thanks for watching. Please, if you want all the information or latest, I do lots of stuff on Twitter as well, lots of retweet loads of stuff and add new things on there, and also tell you when these little quizzes are out, etc., etc. So if you can follow me on Twitter at Charles Deneen, Deneen spelled DINNN, or at nostalgia_movie, both accounts are sort of linked. So if you follow one and the other, it doesn't matter. You both see very much of the same stuff if you want to. And I'm on Facebook at Bernard Deneen with links to moviegamenostalgia.com, my little website for old rare DVDs. I did have a video shop once and it's just carried on from there. Movie posters from the 90s and 2000s and old rare board games, things from Waddingtons and older MB games and Parker games, that sort of, rather than the modern games, more of the older games. So if you get a chance to have a look on moviegamenostalgia.com, that little thing there, please, that'll be very grateful. And even if you have a look around, it's good for the Google Analytics and all this lot, so please do so. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed that. What are you going to do the rest of the day? Have a great one. Look after yourself, look after your friends, look after your family, and more importantly these days, let's all look after each other. And hopefully we'll see you all again very, very soon. Check the links below. Any other playlists or anything else you want to, more quizzes you can throw a cat at, I think the saying is, isn't it? So please check the links below and check the playlists, etc. on my YouTube channel. Thanks for watching. Bernard saying goodbye for now. Bye-bye.